Hello, everybody, welcome. Roses are about to get to hello, huh? Everybody, welcome. Roses are about to get to hello. So, so guys, wow. So yeah, so here we are, huh? Normal, very normal today, very normal times, no? Very normal, very normal. Okay. So, so anyway, guys, so I don't know what to say. So this weekend, of course, Trump goes to the hospital. Okay. And by the time we found out he was, he went to the hospital. Okay. Um, and so I have just, as you saw on Friday, it was very clear to me, at least as far as mostly the cards, that he was sick. Okay. I really do believe he has. Do you guys remember, guys? Right? This is like, I think he is sick, and I don't. Let's just start with this. Okay. The I think he's sick just based on all these people getting sick. Okay, can I tell you the person I really trust? Kellyanne Conway's daughter. Okay, she was the first one who alerted us to to like Kellyanne being home, and then she got sick herself. Okay, so all these people around Trump are very sick, are sick for sure. Okay, so I don't think and when he was speaking, it was pretty obvious he was sick. Okay, I really believe, guys, I really do believe. Okay, so 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 guys, like I said, you have to like take it. It's not okay because I'm seeing like ISF's comments. Yes, it's upsetting. You're trying to use it, but it's like you can't buy into it. Okay, you can't buy into it. You can't. You have to. It's. I was cooking, guys, before earlier, just and then I was like, I was grabbing the asparagus from the thing, because I had like steamed it, and I was like, wow. And then I see like this huge procession like with their the TV is making a television show out of him supposedly coming back from the hospital. It's all television, guys. You know what I mean? So you can't really take it very seriously. Like I mean, I know there's you have to take everything with a grain of salt. They're trying to maximize the day. You know what I mean? So I just think you can't. Every single thing, guys. This is like you should know by now. Oh, he said this. They did that. That's what they do. That's their job. Okay, it's television. It's entertainment for them. So but anyway, so the point is that first of all, I do think he's sick. Okay, and I think we'll get into it. Okay, like I said the other time he's sick, and so and I know I just wanted to say also, like, I don't want to know somebody. I know that you guys said that I really love Linda G. You said that she also agrees with me that he's sick. Okay, which I trust. But I know there's all kinds of people out there. I don't really care where, like, doesn't make sense. It's very complicated, the situation as is. I know that there's some people, I deleted a comment on Patreon. Somebody said, oh, it's the bullshit body. Oh, he's not this. Like, I don't accept, okay, conspiracy theories, especially for something like this. I'm not, so, so let's just go with what we have. Okay. Like I said, it's starting somewhere. And then the other thing the little I caught was that guys, he's returning to the White House, but he's staying in the residence. He's not going back to the Oval Office. That's what they said. Okay, so again, it's just as extreme. There, the thing I haven't asked, which I remind me if I don't ask, okay, is about the doctor, the Sean something doctor, who's clearly, guys, we don't have the X-rays. Okay, we don't have the X-rays. Yeah, they haven't talked about the state of his lungs. And there's a very it's actually a serious person on MSNBC who's a doctor who's saying that the stuff they're giving to him suggests that he has pneumonia. Okay, COVID pneumonia, which makes a lot of sense, right? And as you probably know this too, guys, if you get to the hospital, if you have COVID, you go to the hospital, it's very bad. Like, that's why they say here in New York, as I'm telling you, because I'm in New York, we had very serious, right? And what they always told people is don't come to the hospital unless you're sick. Okay. Of course, they're trying to like minimize it. But what I'm saying is, like, if it really was true that, like, so yeah, that's right, exactly, guys. It's like I said, there's an ICU other thing, so I don't think it means what he wants it to mean. And guys, the other thing, the guy's high. They say that these medicines it makes you high. Okay, the guy's already kind of crazy. He's high on whatever the hell. Okay, so so it's just, I think you take it, like, don't react so much to every single thing the television. Oh my god, he said on television they're gonna use. Who cares? Like, this is a situation, it's very bad, guys, regardless. And it's like, I think we know by now he does not care about anybody. I mean, the fact that he went out in that car, with all those people, the closed car, and he could pass the disease. The guys, it's like a horror movie now. Now it's like you could get the disease from him. Think about it. That is the thing that worries me, okay? So, okay. So anyway, but guys, seriously, don't get like, oh my God, at this point, you should not get shocked or like be upset or whatever. No, it is upsetting, but it's like, this is the guy. This is the situation. That's who he is. It's always been like this, okay? Exactly. Patrice is saying the more energy you give him, the more energy he has. He doesn't deserve my energy. Exactly. Move on, find other things to focus on. Guys, by the way, today, because I'm finally back on my exercise kick, and I finally like went back to intermittent fasting. But anyway, the point is that I got a step, step, because I have a bike. I got a step, like back in the day, I used to do step classes back when I lived a long time ago, when I lived in Brazil as a teenager. So I love it. I just received in the mail. It's very inexpensive. It costs $30. Okay, but I love it because I could dance. I was dancing. I was like sweating, and I was checking my guys, step is the best. So I was sweating like crazy just now because I need, I have a heart rate monitor, and that's the thing that really matters. You have to raise your heart rate. That's the main thing. Okay, as long as you can calculate, you have a legit heart rate monitor, then you can exercise. It doesn't necessarily matter. Okay, especially if you want to lose weight. Okay, because weights, I'm not gonna pump weights. No, I just think you have to so anyway, so that's fun. That's fun. I was dancing. That's fun. Guys, I was thinking one day I'm gonna have a dance, like we should have step class. Yeah. So anyway, so like I said, this is just an intro to change the subject. Like I said, the heaviness of all of it, focusing on other things. Okay, we have to figure out what's going on, but at the same time, it's like, oh my God, guys, the chef, I love, yeah, so fun, the step thing. I can't believe it's $30. I love it, and now I have it, and because I'm pretty short, okay, so I needed to grab some things so it's like before Trump. No, it was really back in the day, a long time ago. So anyway, so just to change, like to break the topic of like, oh my God, so to do an exercise class, like it'll be funny, we'd all have like, I'll be, because guys, I have ADD, I have many dreams. One of them is also to one day be like Richard Simmons, I to be doing exercise classes. No, you can't be that, be in charge of the music. No, you can't, because I'm the dance. If I lead the class, I have to choose the music. I'm serious, because you have to plan the class, so it has to be planned around the music. Unfortunately, that's what it is. So what I mean. You have to prepare. So so that's it, guys. It's like focusing on these fun things is fun. Because like anyway, so it's just that, like I do like Nike, just so so if you're looking for exercise, okay, just to tell you tips, Nike has a really good exercise app. Okay, exercise app has excellent, if you like HIIT exercises, HIIT, okay, it's very good. They have excellent exercise, so I recommend the Nike app. There's another one called another app I use. It's called what is it called again? Because I use I don't, let's not even get into the app situation. Okay, oh my God. So there's another one called, what is the one called? Oh no, this one, work streaks. Streaks is a habit exercise. So there's like, you could do very short, like I do streaks also during the day. Okay, I don't know Zumba, guys. I know it's like I'm Brazilian. I dance naturally. So it's really awkward to me to take like dance classes, because it's like, do you not know how to dance? Does the rhythm not come naturally to you? Oh, so anyway, so what I mean to say is that there's different ways you could raise your heart. This is the thing, raise your heart rate for a while, okay, and then you could go, lower it and then go back up again. That's the thing. So that's the story. Okay, so just breaking the subject from that, what's happening. So anyway, so now okay, now I'm gonna go back here, guys. Okay, let me go back to the situation. Somebody said, I was talking to somebody, to Bella, that I talked to her. And the whole thing with the grand tableau, I may do it for Amy, but not for, because these questions are very specific. And like I said, I'm not going to address, I'm going to follow those questions, guys, that I wrote, because it's pretty complex. Okay, so I won't be able to, I'm not going to look at the comments going forward just now. Okay, feel free to like, so, so feel free to, talk amongst yourselves, but I'm going to get started here because it's intense. But here I have 2 candles today, just in case, I've asked for protection. Here, okay, one second. Okay. I'd ask for protection. Beautiful red light, coming on top of my head. As I breathe in, I fill my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle. I step into it. Step into it. I feel protected. Step into it. I feel connected. I let outside informations come only from the higher sources. Let it create the good, only the good, good for the good people. Good for the good people. Okay. Okay. So now protect the connected. Okay. So let me get started, okay? I'm gonna start, like I said, I'm gonna focus on the questions, okay? I'm gonna pop out here because so I don't, it's challenging sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, just because I have to focus. These are complicated. There's so much, as we know, there's so much disinformation, so much illusion. I have to make sure, okay. So quickly here. So we saw, so I posted Trump was about to leave. He left. Okay. So let me just start with the first question. What the hell's going on with Trump and the health? What is going on? Okay. And let me just see here. Okay. What's going on? Okay. I don't know. No, I don't need. Do I need this? Oh, that's right. I didn't take the picture. God. Okay. I didn't do the thing, but let's see what's going on with Trump. What's going to happen next with his illness and his. Why did he leave the hospital? Okay, so guys, I think he's sick. Okay, I really do think he's sick, and I feel like he, I feel like the drug, that they say the thing about steroids, I believe it's true. It's sort of like, I don't know I don't remember getting very sick. Okay, particularly sick, but I remember like, when I think something like I had tooth problem. Like if you take a lot of like, you have that fever. I think he hallucination. It'll say some sort of like mania. I think the thing he first of all, he's taken all this uppers, okay, all this time, and then the mix, there's something about these steroids, truly he's like high. He's like, I don't want to have this thing, I'm gonna get out of there. But I think it's a combination of like that he's not well already to begin with. His mind, he takes this thing that gives him more mania, like really mania. I don't know how else to put it. It's kind of like he thinks, I'm a superhero, I'm a big guy, I'm this, I want to do it, let's do it, like this, okay. But I feel like he struggles. Like, okay, for example, trying to think, okay, for example, let's say, okay, like a bad example, but like when I go to the grocery store, I carry a little like cart, like a folding thing, okay. And then I have some stairs, but I usually bring quite a bit of thing, like when I go to, like, say, for Trader Joe's or something, and it's a little heavy. Sometimes I'm like, I need to rest a little bit, but I keep going, because it's like, I can get a little bit like this if you're carrying something heavy, but that's normal because you're carrying something heavy, you're going up the stairs, right? With him, with the COVID thing, he's like this, and he doesn't. It's almost like a kind of thing, guys, that I feel like it's very tricky because you're sick and you think you can trick yourself into thinking that it's sort of like the thing when I'm carrying something heavy and I'm going up the stairs, like there's an end. But he doesn't realize that, like, it's like he thinks it could just pretend it's not there, and it only goes so far. And I think the moment they get him out of this is the thing, guys, the drug situation, it was there before COVID, before he went to the hospital, and now they put so many drugs on his system. It's amazing he's still alive, honestly. I just think that it's not true. And then I see him the next, he's like collapses, like he's not even awake, because I think the steroids gave him this sense of like he could do it all. And I think And that's that. Now, the other thing, guys, that I think I'm gonna get into much more depth, but this is the first look. This is the first thing I noticed. He's in bed, and there's all these people, guys, lots of nurses. There's like a lot of people there. It is like I'm sorry, it's not even just like a hospital. It's like all the machines are there, the breathing things. They're. You know what I think has happened? I think they transferred the entire hospital equipment, whatever you need. Because have you seen the photos of the ventilators? They take up a lot of space and they're big. So they created the thing. It's so like misleading. Okay, so basically they relocated the hospital to the White House. That's all they're doing. Okay, they're relocating the hospital to the White House. Okay, so he goes. I swear, like he has energy, and then he crashes. I don't know how else to put it. He just crashes, and then he's like not awake. And remember how I told you that there was going to be a time when like, people would not hear from the president, and they would not know where he is, or like nobody would say anything. You would hear these things, and he's just like sleeping. That's what it looks like to me. He can't handle it. But like I said, it's because he's so used to like being on, being high, being whatever, not natural. Okay. That he doesn't. Okay. So the other thing that I think my immediate question here is like, who makes these decisions? I told you before, I was talking to somebody else over the weekend, and it's shocking how his family doesn't do anything. Like, think about it. If these people they're Republicans, right? And Republicans are famously all about quote unquote family values. I did not see anybody in his family putting out a statement. Like, imagine, like, normally, if you want to win an election, you put, guys, imagine how good it would be for him if all the kids, Eric, Don Jr., Ivanka, Tiffany, whoever, even Jared, in front of the hospital, guys, thank you so much for your help. It's been amazing. Think about it. They don't even care. They don't show up. Nobody is there for the guy. Like, it's not that I like Trump, but I find it's shocking to me how little the family, what the hell, it's almost like he's alone on the thing. Okay, and who is making the decisions for him? Is that him? Because that's what it feels like. The other, so almost like the second worst thing is that they want to pretend like everything, they believe the guy is he's not well, he can't take, you know what I mean? And I've seen these doctors say like, wow, I can't imagine, you don't know how many patients have begged me to go outside for a minute to see their families, to do something, and I couldn't. I told them it's not good for you, don't, and now here's a guy, he's like, I think he's not well, guys. He's insane. And he, like, you know what I mean? Right now, he's not well at all. Like, his mind is out of it. And people do, like, nobody's in charge. He is, it seems like, okay. So, you know what I mean? So it's so weird to me, like, that they know who's making the medical decisions? Who made the decision for him to return? He hates, guys, he's afraid. He has like, what is it called? Not trauma. Yeah, he's like, he has panic attacks of being in the hospital. He hates being in the hospital. He hates it. He hates it, okay? He hates it. He's like, get me out of here. I don't want to be. He's afraid because I think he knows. Oh, and by the way, guys, let me tell you something else. It's related, but unrelated. Remember how I said before, the place where I saw him was a building, was tall. It was like a high-rise building, and I saw a photo of the Walter Reed, and it's a tall building, and I was like, damn. Because remember I told you I saw him in a high, like, it was not a, normally how you think about like how, the floor, it was like a high, there was floors, there were elevators. And this is consistent with what I saw recently. I didn't know what it looked like, okay? So yeah, no, that I saw the article that Don Jr. is worried about his mental status, but guys, think about it. There's nobody, considering how much they milk him. I mean, and also was a horrible father. He used them to like sign documents that he didn't want to sign himself, the things. But it's shocking to me how they're completely uninvolved in his care. You know what I mean? And the article, the Vanity Fair article that said that Don Jr. is worried about his mental health. Also, it's not as if they're like, oh, they went. I didn't read it, but it's not like they went to the hospital. They're like, oh, I'm worried his health stats. It's all about the perception in the media. You know what I mean? Which is just as bad. So it's just like, wow. Okay, so he's afraid of the hospital. He doesn't want to be there. He'd take me out of here, I'm leaving. And the thing, guys, I saw him pulling the thing. You can get people like that in the hospital, try to pull this, get this out of the arm, like and I think I even read something like he tried to, like, I think he's try to physically escape, trying to physically escape. Okay, so this is a thing. Okay, it's not, I think he is like not gonna stay there. He's afraid of the hospital. He's really afraid of the hospital. Okay. I think he has visions. He knows he's gonna end up there. Okay, I'm sorry. That's where I think he's gonna end up ultimately. But since, and think about, guys, I don't even get started into like the whole, like what an abuse of the country it is, of like they were paying for all this like incredible medical care. The guy, somebody said he paid $750 in taxes, okay, and he gets this health care, okay, while people die and have millions of dollars in debt because of this, okay. So okay, so this is like, wow. Okay, okay, so this is the thing. Now I wanted to also say, this is like, I'm not going to look again in the comments, but just so you know, you do understand that there's something, anesthesia, guys, triggers the 25th Amendment. This happened, I remember looking into this before online, you can look it up, that, for example, Bush, and I forgot whichever other president, just because he went to do a colonoscopy that he needed to have anesthesia for, he was going to be, out. Then Cheney was president just for that. That happens naturally. So Trump can't technically be given that because he doesn't want to get the power to Pence. Okay, this is this is true. Okay, so that's just something to think about. Okay, that's you can't just give him a tranquilizer. That's right, because that would have to trigger the 25th Amendment if he gets that type of thing. Okay, so so this is it. Okay. Okay, yeah, no, guys, it has, okay, I'm not gonna get into this thing. It has nothing to do, it doesn't have any feelings about other empathy doesn't trigger anything. Okay, oh yeah, he rather that, but this is not about, guys, he famously hates, the story about Roy Cohn, right? And when he was dying of AIDS, he abandons Roy Cohn. He was like, oh, he was a great guy, but he hates illness, he hates sick people. Okay, so it's not just about his brother, no. Okay, but let me go back here. I don't want to get into like discussion or like lose thread. This is complicated. It's going to be complicated for me, I know. Okay, so let me focus here. Okay, so okay, so this is the thing. So who he is rebelling. He doesn't want to be there. He wants to leave, and since he's the president, people have a hard time saying no to him. Okay, so it's not just about, okay, so people have a hard time saying no to him, and that's that. Okay, that's the situation now. Okay, so in other words, he's still sick. Okay, and the thing hasn't gone away. I think, guys, like I said, I believe that, and this is also true, that there's something that you plug onto your finger. You can measure the oxygenation level on your blood, and that's a very important measure. If you, especially people, for example, with COPD and other, respiratory issues, sometimes you have to check, like constantly check. So this is also true of COVID. So it's something that could come out of nowhere almost. Okay, and that's what I think. I think it's like he was resting and he was, oh, I'm feeling great. But the moment, very easily, your oxygen levels can go down, and that can be very, very, very dangerous. Okay, so that's what I think. I think he was high. He wasn't necessarily feeling the full effect of that, and that's gonna come back very soon. Okay, just because it's almost like a person who's, it's not an opioid, but it's something like that. Like it's something that gives you the power that you don't have, and you're not really, you know what I mean? It's just like he wants the adulation. He wants to be surrounded by people, and clearly, guys, the whole thing, like he was threatening to leave. He wanted to see, the whole motorcade, whatever the hell that was. So think about it. Okay, now, okay, let me just ask this question. Okay, so why is it that they are letting him do all these things? It's, again, guys, it's not that I care about him, but it's shocking to me that nobody cares about him, his health, really. Because if his health were the main goal, right? And by extension, the health, because we have this sick guy on every level who's the president, and he can't do it, he can't govern like this. Okay, he can't. But why can't they like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you truly support him, like help him heal. But they're not doing it. They're using, that's what I say, like they keep using him more and more. So what, okay, why can't, but I see the guy Mark Meadows like, no, you should stay in the hospital. But he doesn't want to, and they don't challenge him. Nobody challenges him. Nobody's like, sit, there's nobody. And I don't even think that Jared, I think, guys, by the way, I believe Jared and Ivanka, they could be also sick. This is why you don't see them necessarily, okay? But they're like, oh, he's just like that. Like I think he has a lot of aides. He has a lot of people around him, but the family, not so much. I think also Jared and Ivanka, especially Jared, he's very worried about what could happen to them if he leaves. Okay, so he's trying. He prefers that Trump come back, of course, so that they can stay. Okay, this is true. Okay, okay. So so next. Okay, so okay. Now let me go then. Okay, so and I hope, guys, I hope this is okay, because I said I have many questions and I have to address all of them, and but it comes like this. Okay, so okay, now the next question is, because I see him, I'm gonna, I'm gonna get kind of like this sort of like a first layer, and then I'm gonna get into what's going on in the lungs and all those things. But first, I also like to know about the doctors, because whoever this guy, I don't trust this guy, the Sean person. Okay, it's like whatever the hell that he is. I don't. It's not true. I don't know. I just don't trust him. But there was a doctor. Did you see that there was one doctor who works at Walter Reed? He tweeted something like, I can't believe this guy's going out like that. He could infect people. People could die just by being inside that car with him. Okay. So I'm sure there have been real doctors who saw him. That guy, the head guy, is just a propaganda person, I think. Okay. The doctor of the White House is just is a liar, basically. But what I would like to know is that from the perspective of real doctors inside Walter Reed, who are looking at his stats, who looked at his x-rays, what do they see? Okay, and what do they recommend? What do you think? Okay, so so what I see, there are several things. Okay, one of them is that first, in terms of the lung X-ray, I do see. I feel like they are looking at. They see that there's like it's not 100% like the image of the glassy lung is not quite there yet, but there's an area where they could see it developing. Okay, but the thing that I see, there's several other things. Okay, one of them is that they look at his heart and they are very concerned. They feel like there's it's not clogged art, it's like calcification around the arteries. Okay, he has what they believe is pretty advanced some sort of heart condition. Okay, like I think it's his diet, his lifestyle, very poor. He has, I think, generally the calcification around, like I said, there's something about his veins, especially around, and I think it's like around the thing that closes up and down. Okay, you know what? Okay, there's the heart and there's the different kinds of arteries. But I think in the upper right, like right before there's a chambers that they open and close. Okay, right before it's like around the little openings of the heart, of the okay, that does this to pump the blood in, like the blood getting into the inner chambers of the of the heart. There's a lot of calcification around it. They're afraid that he could have a real heart attack because the pumping is not going so well, probably connected to this. Okay, and they feel like, I also feel pick up that that he has a lot of acidity in the blood. Okay. And that's not a good sign. Okay. Oh, you know what, guys? They say, it's so specific, but I don't want to get into this so much, because what I understand here is that they see that there's inflammation, okay, and that the things they're seeing in the blood would indicate that there's the beginning of extreme inflammation in the organs, a little bit of inflammation, okay. So generally speaking, for the COVID people, that's a very bad sign, okay, because not only do you have the beginning of pneumonia, but you have as I told you before, guys, I have looked at COVID, and what it is some sort of, it could be a very extensive tissue damage, okay. It essentially gets into your tissue, and it kind of like, as it grows, it destroys some of the tissue, creates scarring and stuff like that, okay. So this could happen in different organs, and I think what I understand, what I see about the acidity in the blood, it has to do with the kidneys. It triggers poor functioning, like his kidneys are not doing that great, but it makes the kidneys work less, or there's something where they feel like the heart has that, and the kidney function is not ideal either, okay. So in the case of something like this, when the body is attacked by like this sort of organism like this, and he has a history of all those like drugs and whatever the hell, and he has a poor lifestyle, it's not good. I think they look at the blood, they're like, this is bad. Even though it doesn't make sense, guys, it's almost like, okay, for example, what I'm understanding here is that it's at the earlier, like relatively early stages of when things get really bad. But because the level, the blood tests show specific indicators that would suggest that the body is processing it very poorly. Does it make sense? So it's like his condition could be worse. Okay, it's just a beginning, but for the beginning, it's doing badly. Okay, it hasn't, honestly, it hasn't been that long, as we know, right? So so that is okay. So that is a bad thing. Okay, that is a bad thing, and they feel like it's because they're saying like we have, how do you say this, they have enough data, or like have enough experience by now with COVID to understand, based on their their indicators, how it's going to progress, and they think that it's just a matter of time where he has like they're saying, oh my god, he has like a, what is it called, like the whole body kind of crashes. How do you explain this? It's guys, it's like the shock. There's the, they call it um the, what is it called, when the immune system attacks the body at once, okay, there's a storm, cytokine storm, okay, they feel like he's pre-cytokine storm. And when it happens to him, because like I said, his kidney is already showing signs of like bad function, poor functioning, they think it could completely collapse. Okay, doesn't make sense. So they're very worried. Okay, and okay, so let me ask a question: could the doctors have stopped him? He doesn't. He's like, I'm not going to do it. And this is the thing, guys, there's nobody to stop the guy there. He doesn't have family. The family, it's in the best interest of the kids to make him stay as long as he can, because that way they can avoid prison. That's how they're thinking about it. Okay, but I feel like his body is going to enter into like the cytokine storm stage. Okay, and when that happens, is it boom, like it's kind of like going to a coma or something like that. Okay, and so they're thinking, they're seeing this thing, and I think this is not good. And they're looking at his not just his stats, but his heart, like all of the body thing, and they're like, wow, this guy should, if he wasn't president, they should have operated on him. Like, he doesn't have the health, you know what I mean? His health is very poor. He needed operations before. He should have been operated on earlier, but again, nobody wants him to. Okay, the kids don't want him to, like the perception, this is the thing, the perception that it create about him, like, oh, he's a tough guy, he's a whatever. That's what this is why he's being pumped to do. Like, he has to project an image, and if he go for considering how he talks and his values, if he admits he's sick, that means he could lose. Doesn't make sense. So it doesn't matter, like his actual health doesn't matter, it's all about perception. Okay, so that's it. Now, Now that's what I see. Now let's see. Okay, so then they, because this is the thing. So the doctor's like, he's not gonna do it. So then they because guys, he has unlimited funds, right? What is it? The taxpayer. The taxpayer is gonna fund. Oh yeah, the taxpayer gonna fund. Just guys, do you know anybody who has an actual hospital in their house and like endless staff? That's him. At our like he has no money. We're paying for it. We're paying for it. Oh yeah, we're paying for it. Yeah. So okay, so think about it. Awful. Okay, just awful. How it is. Okay. So this is it. He's refusing. Okay, he's not gonna sit there. He's gonna so they're essentially, guys, you know what it is? It's a transfer. They are transferring him to the White House as a patient. Not, it's like he's like, yeah, I'm back, but he's not gonna do. I don't think he has. I see him in pajamas in the residence. Okay, I don't see him. Do I see him meeting with people? As a president, maybe saying hello or something, but can he make decisions? Can he? No, he can't. And he's gonna get more and more like this. It's gonna be harder and harder. Okay. And okay, so guys, and I see, okay, I don't know, it seems very soon, but it seems like, guys, I see Thursday flatlining. Like, ding, I really want him to survive this. I do. But I see his like, the alarms in the hospital. Like that, like they're like there's beeping. Okay. And like, and then everybody's like an alarm. I think it's gonna come to that. Okay. He was just transferred to the hospital setting. I don't like, okay, they built a hospital over there. I see you. And they even brought ventilators. I'm serious. Okay. They're bringing the thing in anticipation. I think the doctors, okay, here's what I think. I think the doctors see it. They see the beginning, and I see, guys, I see, I don't know if it's, to me, it looks a bit more like the liver than the kidneys, where I see they could see the formation of the inflammation around the edge of the liver. Okay, a specific section of the liver, right below, when the thing, like the bile duct around here. Okay, that's, I see, they start to see, they can notice where what's happening. Okay, so they're like, this is gonna blow up, this is gonna get way worse, so they are expecting it to happen like this. Okay, so but like I said, it's not there yet, but they can predict what could happen, like, which would be the worst case scenario. Okay, but there's something about his urination, like there's something, like they think, like I said, the body's ability to filter toxins is poor as is. Okay, so when your liver is, it's a nightmare. Okay, really, it's a nightmare. And he's like, and I see, guys, the doctor's like, this guy, he's still conscious, and then one day he's just not going to be conscious. Like, that's what they know it's going to happen. They feel like, that's what I think. Okay, so wow. Okay, let me just go back here, guys. Okay, sorry, it's I had to focus now. This is very specific. Okay, so I have to focus here. Okay, now okay, so what is, let's see here. So let me show. Okay, what are his lungs like? I saw the lungs. Yeah, the heart. Like, that's right, I talked about it. What is the truth? Okay, what is the truth about his medical condition? If you're going to write a report, what would you say? Early stages, like it's saying, it's kind of like, if there, okay, let's say that there's a span of things getting bad. It's saying that he's in the third or fourth day, but that, like, it's gonna get worse. The worst of the worst happens not now. It happens, there's something like this, the body adapts, and then it goes up like that very fast. And that's what they're expecting. They're expecting the absolute worst to come within the next, with day 7, they think. So that would be, is that Thursday, something like that? That would be 7, right? Something like that. I feel like it's like, right now we're in the third or fourth day, or like something, there's more, like it's towards the end of the week, they think things are going to get really bad, and that's when they'll be able to tell his actual condition. Okay, because I feel like, and I think he was high, and he's been kind of high. Okay, so now, can I ask, okay, let me ask, something came up. I'm like, how the hell does he have Twitter? Because I feel like things could get worse. Okay, so I feel like people could be writing tweets for him. Okay, or preparing, or trying to like prop him up to make videos. Okay, because they seem to know that it could get worse. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, so So why did he go on this stupid ride? What the hell? He wanted to leave. He was threatening to leave. And this is the thing, guys, you know what it is? Okay, I know it sounds scary, it is scary, but it's like we're being governed by a baby, a toddler who's sick. A sick toddler, that's the person who's the president. He's a sick toddler. That's who he is, okay? So you know what I mean? Okay, so that's it. Okay, guys, I've already talked about the mental. That's what I talked about. I've already talked about the mental state. I said at the beginning, I don't know when you arrived, I was talking about the steroids. The steroids gave him mania. He's not well. He doesn't have the understanding of how, you know what I mean? He doesn't have the understanding of, okay? So this is it. Obviously, he's not well. He's not well in everything. He's not, because guys, this is the thing. There's nobody to say no to him, and he's essentially not. He's not well. What do you have to say? Like, it's obviously he's not. A person who goes inside that car, and it's just. And I don't, guys. You know what I think? I think ultimately, because he's a clown. Okay, that's what his role is, to be a clown for the GOP, for the family, for everybody. Nobody wants to stop him because it's very hard. Remember how, like, before we heard from him, it was like so silent, right? And now they need him to kind of change this, you know what I mean? To kind of change the story. Everything is perception, okay? So, okay. So, okay. So yeah, guys, I think somebody says, oh, Adderall, like, okay, I take, I told you, I take Adderall by prescription because I have ADD. I think you underestimate, like, not just, it's not, guys, it's everything. He's diet, he doesn't exercise, it's not just one thing. At this point, he has multiple things going, okay? Multiple. Okay. So, yeah, so, okay, so this is it. Now, this is the thing, guys, and we don't know about this article. The other thing is, he's not doing anything to stop the father. So it's useless, whatever he thinks. He's not doing anything about it. Doesn't really matter, okay? Yeah, exactly. So he's out of it. We're being, the head of the government is a sick toddler. That's who's the head, okay? Who's the vel, okay? Okay, so this is the thing. I think, like I said, guys, I think the doctors are concerned because they think that he could have a heart attack because of his heart, like he needs to have a heart surgery as soon as possible from their perspective, but they can't do it now. He has so many diseases, and you know what I mean? He has so many lifestyle and age related diseases, but he doesn't, nobody, he doesn't want to take it. Nobody makes him take it. Nobody, you know what I mean? It is what it is, right? So, okay. So next, now. So, you know what, guys? Okay, so I see. Okay, so this is the thing. So what happens? So this is the thing. What happens in the next, let's say within a week? Because I think, guys, the next 7 days are going to be huge. Okay, and the other. Okay, so what? Okay, so another thing. So, I have a so not a relationship with Rick Vet, but sometimes he comments on my things. I sometimes see even though he's kind of scary, but he said something like, he wrote a comment saying that I think October 15th is a terrible day. It's just a horrible day for Trump and for the, so it's like it literally goes dark. The US goes dark. And I think the Trump, it's something like this. And it makes sense because it's within 10 days. That's 10 days away. Okay. So you know what I mean? I think that the guy, he's like this and I think you see him with tubes. He's just completely unable to do anything. Okay. And so my question is, let's say this. Okay. What happens in the next, okay, let's say next 7 days. Okay, that's just as far as it goes. Okay. And when I wish I could say that he's doing great, and maybe I hope that he is, okay, but I just don't see it, guys. I think he goes into a kind of like almost like a vegetable state for a while. Okay. Because when if your body's going through what I see here, and it's just the beginning, there's something about the acidity in his urine that they're very concerned. Okay, that to me, I don't know, they're almost more concerned about the acidity in the urine. They think that it's an indicator that the body's not going to handle, is already not processing. There's just something, to them, it's a really bad sign. They just feel like this is an indicator that like as the moment this thing is you know, the moment this whole thing it hits, he's not, his body's going to go through a shock. That's what it is. That's the cytokine storm, right? It's already going through early stages and it's going to be really, really bad. Okay. And I have to tell you guys, I hope, I do not want him to pass away. No, but I see a doctor saying he's not expected to, I don't expect him to make it. That's what they're talking, you know, doctors talking the real talk amongst themselves. Just that they're saying, and they're not even using his name. The patient, when you look at the vitals, when you look at the data, I very unlikely that he, you know, considering the people they have seen. Okay. So that's like, they're like, no, but you know, like doctors, they're not like, oh, he's Trump. They're like looking at all the data, the patients, they're like, what, who's, and then they're like, oh, this is the president. And they themselves get so stressed out about the country because they feel like this guy, he's not. And you know, guys, is again, it's not that I care about Trump as a person, I think, but I have some sort of empathy at this situation, right? Because they're seeing this person who has very bad stats, very bad, and he's the president, and nobody's trying to tell the truth about what it's like to have these guys. And you know, bless the doctor on MSNBC who was saying all the drugs they're giving him suggest that the situation is much. And what I'm seeing here is even worse, honestly. Like, is they're saying that there's a lot of things happening, okay, to the body. And they're saying the steroids is true. They already see, because they started to see the beginnings of this, you know, of the whole attack on the tissues, and then the body reacting. Okay. So, okay. So, okay. So guys, sorry, I hear you. The 7th of October, the 13th, is that what it is? Is that what it is? Because guys, the 7th, I was looking at it, I was like, it's Wednesday, right? So that's when I see Thursday being like a blackout kind of day, okay? So, okay, so, you know, guys, they're saying potassium, you know, like they're oh, you know, but maybe this is what it is. Though, you know, there's a connection between, you know, the kidneys process potassium, right? And when you have trouble processing the potassium, it can affect the heart. That's why, you know what I mean? That's the thing. It's an indicator, specific indicator that okay. So yeah, so guys, yeah, this is what I think. I think it's like cute. It was cute. And to be fair, okay, he was not, you know, obviously they're not telling you the truth. They just transferred him to a hotel. They transferred him to a hotel, to the White House hospital. That's it. He's not really going to the White House in the way it's being portrayed. Okay. Okay. So, okay, guys. Oh, now a different question, connected but different. I saw some headline. Okay, and again, we don't know it really, that there's a power struggle between Pence and Jared. And it's not that I like Pence, but I'm sorry, he's the vice president. Say what you will about him, and I said it's possible that he could negotiate a way out, whatever. The point is, he's the vice president. What the hell is Jared? So, you know, Jared Kushner, guys, he's in. Can you? No, I'm not kidding. I wish I was kidding. Okay, Jared Kushner is going to try to be in charge for, you know, this is why I'm almost like worried about it, guys. Okay. So do you mind if I do some, because I was like, Bella, I don't think she liked the card. She's like, the cards take so long, but I just quickly, okay, I just need to know, because I need to look at Pence. Let's look at Pence, because, you know, because if we do have, this is the thing, if we do have the situation of a transition of government, we need to look. I need to look, because that's what I'm feeling. I thought, I was like, oh, I hope I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. No, but I still think, I do not get that he's well at all. I don't get that this is fake. No. And I think it's worse than we think. Okay, I really do. Okay. Now, because you just see the oxygen at 93 is bad. Okay. Now, 1 second. I need to, okay, I'm going to do the thing, because I need to know. So I'm going to look at Pence, Jared, since there's a power struggle. Okay. And then Nancy, of course. Okay. Because those would be the people directly connected to this moment. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to get a tray. 1 second. Okay. So then I'll get the other cards, because I think this is important. Guys, I have a feeling. Oh, sorry. This is going to be really serious. Okay. The next few days. And it's like they're using you know, sorry. It's not that I want to blame to the point, you know, their fault, this fault, but it's like, I almost feel bad for whoever has to deal with this, because the situation, guys, is very, very serious. Okay. Very serious. So, so it's no joke. They think it's like television or something. It's not. It's very serious. Okay. So let me find out here. I'll find out here. Okay. Okay. So let's see if I could fit this thing in here. Okay. Just quickly. So then I'm not gonna look at the whole thing like I did the other time. I just like to kind of like locate where these people are and what's going on. Okay. And what's okay. The next few days. Okay. That's what I need to know. The next few days, because there's 9 columns. So okay, so tell me what's going on. Tell us what's going on here, Trump's health and so forth, and what's going on. Okay. And what should we be on the lookout for? Okay. Okay. And by the way, guys, Pence is gonna be the dog. Okay. Long story, because this thing does only has 36, so it has to be the dog. He's gonna be the dog. Okay. Wait, Jared's gonna be the snake. Ben's gonna be the dog, and Trump's gonna be the man, and then Nancy's gonna be okay. Okay, so guys, unfortunately, I don't think, let me see if I could try to do this. I don't think there's a way, 1 second, that I could show you. Does it show? Okay, yeah, look, I have, that's not so bad. This is not bad. Look, I have a tray. Not good, not bad, not bad. Okay, so let me turn it so you could see. Okay, so this is, okay, so these 3, so the beginning, oh my God, sorry, it's too complicated. So the beginning here, the first 3 cards are, okay, here's the new beginning. Okay, this is like what's coming in, a new beginning. Okay, usually, and this is a deal, a new beginning through a deal about what? Cutting. So cutting could be removing. Usually this could be either means surgery or removing. Okay. 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 Then this is just the trend. Okay. The first 3 cards. Then we have the cards on the edges. Okay. Are the child. Okay. Then, and the letter about a new beginning. Okay. Because sometimes I see Trump using this card. Okay. And this is blockage or delay. And then what is here is the government. So you see, this is bad because new beginning to the government, there's a blockage, right? There's a delay, something is stopped, and there's a letter that would, and that would be the 25th Amendment, right, guys? That's what I think. I think he's incapable of governing, okay? Okay. Now let's just locating the people, okay, first, what is in the health? What the health house is the 5th house, okay, for the Lenormand. And what is on top of it? The rat. The rat means loss. Okay, so stress, loss. So deterioration, in other words, because the mice is gnawing at something, slowly going down, right? So the health is like this, okay? And so now where's Trump? So Trump is on the 16, the 16 house. Here is interesting because he has, is that right? Is that him? Loss and stability. Okay, so, but the thing is, like, it's not so bad, honestly, for him. But I don't know that. Okay, so 28 is the government. Okay, he's in the house of the government is on the man's house, so he's thinking of the government. Okay, this Persian. That's right. Yeah, guys, at the same time, I have to tell you, I still think there's something going on, because we have here, I think there's an attempt to stabilize him, but you have here, what is the column of this is the last column, the letter is on the last column. Last column means big change. Okay, so and what is this? This is a letter about what? This is about, what is this about? Health. And what comes? Woman, because there's a delay. Okay, so this would be Nancy. Okay, and she's in the last column again, suggesting there's a big change in her life. Okay, now interesting, because the house, like we saw that the fifth house has the mice, in other words, stress. And where is this health card located? Is on the house of the friend, the dog. And who is the dog? The dog is Pence. Okay, and he is now interesting because it's the Pence, right? So what is on top of him? The ring. But then where is he located? He's located in the disagreement house. And then, okay, so I think there is, and then what is his future is removal. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Here's the scythe. Okay, removal of the older man from the White House. So I feel like, again, there's chances that, okay, the news is about, like I said, the news, guys. This is a card. Okay, so what is the card? This is a card of like the big news coming. What is it? It's on the house of the scythe. Okay, so it's not, it's like something sudden. Could be surgery, removal, something like that. Okay, then we have now the other important thing. Now here we have the card. The garden is a card of it was always is the rose garden, right, where we have the thing. But I think ultimately it's about the society. So where is it located? It's located in the house of the government. Okay, so in other words, we're looking, the society is actively paying attention to what's going on in the government. Another important card here is that 31. So 31 is the house of the sun. So success or something coming out. What is coming out? The secret. So you know what I mean, guys. There's something here, and I think the secret, what? The secret pain, about pain, literally pain. And then we have the heart. Like, I think it's like this stuff is gonna come out about the reality of the health of Trump. Okay, that's what I think. Okay, and so we have. Okay, so this is like this is kind of roughly, the cards are on, like, okay, what is, okay, so 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, guys, you know what? Oh my God, it's crazy. So the coffin is the 13th. The card of the 13th is, what is it? The child. The child usually could be Trump or a new beginning. So in other words, all right, the coffin is on the card of, could be Trump or a new beginning. So, okay, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? And what is next to the coffin? The snake, Jarada. Jarada next to snake. Interesting, no? Interesting. Fine, interesting. Yeah, no? Interesting. Yeah. Jarada right there. So what's on top of Jared? The mice. The mice eating snake? No, he's stressed. I stress. I Jarada, I stress. I stress. I stress. So because we have, look at Jarada. Jarada snake, right? Jarada. So then we have the mice. In other words, Jarada very stressed, because, and then what is here is below him is the clouds, uncertainty. So there's problems. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know. So then we have here the key. There's an answer for you, Jarada. Where do you go? You take ship. You go away, Tres. You go away. Yeah, go away. So. Okay, so then the ship is right next to Trump. So you see what I'm saying? It's interesting. So, okay, so he goes away, and then the next card is Trump. So what I think is good, like I said, I think he's gonna try to leave. Okay, the answer, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a ship, I'm gonna go, host. I'm gonna go. But no, it's not gonna work. Okay, so like I said, there's all this stuff happening. I don't feel like I think from his perspective, Jared's perspective, he's not, I don't think he wants to, I don't think, where, make sure I have in the right place. It's a little messy now. So, okay. Yeah, I don't think he wants to take over. He would like to leave. He knows as soon as, like, if Trump, that's why I think he's packing, guys. If he can, he's gonna go, he's gonna try to go, okay? Because the situation is like this, okay? So now let's see the news, Where's Trump here? Okay. Yeah, so you know what, guys, there's two counts here, okay? So we have Trump, and then one is there's the appearance of stability, which will be the next day or so. But the next, you have the letter about the health and the woman coming, and some sort of delay or interruption to the government. Okay, that's what I think. Okay, that's what I think. Okay, so now, okay, I get. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, let's do. So. Okay, now. Okay, one sec. So now, guys. Oh, sorry. Okay. So let me go back here to make sure I answer the questions. Okay. So now, so what do I think? Okay, now we're gonna look at. Okay. So then, guys, you know. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to say is that I believe. Festival, interesting. I don't remember the fact. Okay, so this is the other thing we should look at. What's next? Let's look at them now separately, without the big tableau. What is happening to Jared? What's happening to Pence and Nancy? Okay, you know what I mean? Without, because this whole thing shows everybody interconnected, but without, that's another way to look at things. Okay. And then, you know what, guys, let's look at, you know, what's happening to the office of the, if we can look, let me just do a vision on this. What's happening to the office of the presidency? Because that, you know, ultimately that's what it is. It's not whoever is the president, but the office of the presidency. Who's going to be there? Because I see, guys, I see Trump was already, he was kind of like absent. And I see Jared, like he was like his main assistant, and he would whisper, President, what about this? What about that? What about, and then he like, okay, sure. He would kind of follow it. Okay. There was like, he was the main whisperer, I think. Okay. And now it's empty. Okay. It's kind of empty. And then why? Okay. Why? This is an interesting question. Why doesn't Pence, I feel like Pence doesn't want, he acts like he doesn't want to be president. This is what's interesting to me too. I don't feel like he's very aggressive about wanting to be president. Okay. So it's Pence. What's up with Pence? What's going on with Pence? He's praying. I'm here for whatever you need me. I'm not gonna, because, you know, guys, I see that he's obviously he's very connected to the Christian right. And to them, Trump was the facade. They need a facade. Okay. They're not so comfortable necessarily being the front people, but he's like, I'll just do whatever. He doesn't impose anything. Okay. I don't think. Okay. So tell me how he could be in front, but I see photos of him in front of the Oval Office, or like, but he never gets to sit in the chair. And I see Nancy, I'm the one sitting in the chair, host. I'm sitting here. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just think they have some sort of deal because of his crimes. Okay, there may be indictments already. I don't know. But I just don't feel like he wants it. You know, it's weird. Okay, so okay, let me see. Tell me what's next for Pence. Okay, what's next for Pence? What's coming the next couple weeks for Pence? I see that he's praying, and then he turns around. There's like the walls are crumbling. The walls are like caving in or something. Like they're falling. There's like, what? Like something really big changed. Okay, for him. Got it then. Let's see here. What's up? Sorry. I'm just doing quickly. Oh, well, normal here for him. Oh, no. Oh, guys, okay, let me show you here. It's kind of a little scary, Okay, so this is just going my direction. Let me turn around. This is the nine thing. Okay, so like this. Okay, so the garden is the society. Okay, it could indeed be the garden of the thing, but I don't think it is. So here's society, something coming out and becoming public. Okay, then this is the past. We have choices. Okay, choices. Oh, election. That's right, election. The man here, this could be him. Okay, this is changes. Changes connected to the election. Now changes. This is financial. Okay, financial, also secrets. So it could be that there's financial, like I said, there's some crime that he committed. Now here we have, look at how bad it is. So the first card that comes in the center is this, the cross, which is very heavy. Could be a religious thing, but it could also be painful, or like what is weighing him down. Now here we have on top of it, we have sudden pain. Okay, he has to, I think this would suggest, usually has to do with leaving, cutting. So sudden pain could in the government. Okay, sudden painful cut could, you know what I mean? I don't see, if you're going to ask me, is this guy going to be president? Nothing would indicate that. It's the opposite. It usually has to do with loss, sudden loss, sudden loss, you know, in the institution, in the government. Okay, so okay, so this is not, it would be like some sort of like tragedy happening, or like something really bad happening for him. Sudden, definitely sudden. Okay. Oop. Okay. So, okay. What about, let's see here. What about Jared? Let's talk about Jared. What about Trump? Should I ask about Trump? I mean, I already asked about Trump. What about, I don't know, guys. What about Jared? Just quickly, Jared, okay? What about Jared? What happens to Jared next? What's happening with Jared? What happens to Jared next? I think, like I said, he's going to try to leave the country. I don't know that he will succeed, but what happens to Jared next? So let's see, changes. Sorry, let me do it like this for me first. Yeah, it's interesting because he has like aggression, disagreement. Okay, let's just look at the future here. Okay, so he has aggression, talking, somebody talking, or he is talking, and then long time. So he does time. I'm inclined to think that it has more to do with like his having to go to prison or something. Physical pain, aggression, talking, to get stability. Okay, but change, yeah, important change coming, opportunity. So this is what I feel, guys. I think this is, so then, oh, look at the ship. That's what I think. I think he wants to leave. Okay, this could be with Ivanka, really? Oh no, set for him. Yeah. So there's some snakes here. They're gonna lead to his ending. So I think, like I said, I think he's being, you know, he's being watched. Okay, I'm not too worried about him, but okay, so that's what I think. Now let me just quickly do the, I guess I just saw the thing about Eric. I saw that you had asked before, but I just didn't think, guys, so what happened to Eric? I see he's not saying, he's like, so probably pled the fifth, right? He's just saying, no, I refuse. You know, like I remember reading that Epstein pled the fifth in many cases. Okay. No. He's just like, he's not. Then his mouth is closed. Okay, he doesn't say anything. Okay. Yeah, I just, yeah, no, I think there was no content to the he's like this. And he's saying the rationale I understand here is like, it's not to give a weapon. He knows that whatever he says is probably going to be made public, and he knows the election is coming. He's like, I can hold until after the election. Okay. So, okay. So, yeah. So then here, guys, is just saying money related to this would be the Trump Tower, the Trump org, and the gifts. So the money that he received, older man here, and you know what I mean, the overtime from abroad. But that's the subject of the conversation that he's being. So what happens to him next? Oh, look, interesting. The election. I guess, did I shuffle the cards? I think I did. Yeah. So, oh yeah. After election, after the election, hit the road, Jack. It's over. Oh. Oh yeah. So, okay. Like he had friends before, and then the election leads to. Okay. So yeah. So it's just like, guys, it's like before and after. Okay, before and after. Okay, yeah, and I can actually, it makes sense what he's doing from his perspective, right? Why would you say everything knowing that everything is going down? He might as well just wait or not. Because I think all those Trump people, guys, everybody involved with Trump who's really criminal, what they have to do, what they have to be careful of is to make sure they buy time. That's all they do, is to buy time, buy time, buy time. So if they give away everything, okay, like because think about it, like if they can win the coup that they want to do this coup, whatever the hell, okay, they could get, nothing could happen. Why would you give, you know what I mean? Why would they give? Wow. So, the festival, that's why Dulane is saying, I think I remember what you're talking about, that there was like some sort of stage. Yeah, I don't know. I just, guys, my sense is that things are really, okay, it's like a tsunami. This is the thing. It's kind of like suddenly like, remember there was like a tsunami, I forgot where, I think it was like Bali or something. It was like a long time ago, like more than 10 years ago. And then there was this images, like suddenly there's like this wave is really far, and then suddenly so close, boom, it's too late. By the time you can observe it, it's too late. Okay, so that's what it feels like. Everything hits them, and okay, and that's what it feels like. Now, what was the question I had? Okay. Somebody asked me a question. Where was this? I don't remember where somebody asked me this question. It's an important question. Okay, it's an important question. So the question is, remember how I saw the military? Do I still see the military like taking over or like removing? Okay, because that's right. Rick Vet. Oh, that's right. Rick asked me. So what do you see? He said, I see riots. And remember, guys, recently, this is before Trump's sickness, I saw that like after the election, it's going to be 2 weeks of like mayhem. Okay, and then FBI going after people and stuff like that, and then it should stabilize. But what do I see? Okay, what do I see? Do I still what? Okay, let me rephrase this. What role will the military play in all of this, if any? Okay, what role will the military play with this, if any? The military or law enforcement, FBI, and stuff like that. Okay. Because okay, guys, so this is the thing. What I see, I see, Pat Cipollone, he's the White House attorney. Oh, I have to look at Barr, by the way. I see, what it is it's showing the ground, the backbone of the Trump administration is the Christian right, and those people connected to like Federalist Society, the far right legal people, okay, Christian, whatever, the Christian right people, like this Chipolone bar and so forth. Okay, so what I understand here is that Trump was a clown, like he was like the distraction that allowed them to do what they want to do. When Trump goes, before it was meant to be, they don't want to leave the government. They're like, we come so far, we are the government, not these people. But they don't have, it's kind of like, then you finally would get to see the operation. Without Trump, you have to really look at what's going on, and they don't want to leave the government, and they feel like they want to have a coup. I just think they refuse, or they don't want to leave. They don't want to leave, like they were so close, right? And I think they activate, okay, I'm sorry to say this, activate the cells. That's what it looks like. Cells, is a word used for terrorists usually. It's like those, like I said, it's similar. I still see, in a way, without Trump, they'll be sort of like less directional. Okay, Trump is a much more, spoke to them more directly, but still, it's bad, okay? You know what I mean? It's still bad. Yeah, it's just that I think, those elements, guys, I think it's not just, I think Trump manipulated those masses, the extremists, but I think the right wing, the woman Amy Barrett, like those are the people that they want to put in. That's what, for the Christian right, that's the Trump's role, is to put them in power. Okay, that's what they want. So I feel like they could try. That's what I still think that there's going to be a period of time also where we're not going to hear like who's in charge. It's almost like there's no government really, because there's going to be silence, and there's going to be a lot of confusion. It's because they're trying to burn the evidence, or they're trying to like scheme something. They want to create as much chaos as possible because they can't believe, okay, everything. They're like, what the hell? Okay, so do I? Yeah, I still see law enforcement going in a way, in a different way, but I still don't feel, because guys, think about it. What's gonna happen? Okay, quick question. What's gonna happen to all these people in the Trump administration, especially the ones who committed crimes? What is gonna happen to them? Yeah, it's almost like they lost. They feel like it's almost worse than, okay, because if they lost the election, like just that, it would have been, oh, look, it's the Democrats, it's this and that. But if they lose Trump, they don't have a direction. They don't have the propaganda people. They don't have, where do they go? And it's like, and in a way, guys, I don't mean, I wish him the best. I really do. Okay, but it's like, I don't wish this to anybody, like the sickness, but I feel like it's almost like he wanted it, like he carved it for himself. He exposed himself, and he did everything he could. Okay. So, okay, yeah. Then thank you. A reminder of Barr. So, guys, did you see? Okay, let's talk about some things. Did you see how Kellyanne? There was like all these videos and photos of Kellyanne talking like looked like for hours with Barr. Barr and Kellyanne were very chummy. She was like so close to him, like this, like so close, very close. She was telling secrets, whispering COVID. Guys, the COVID was flowing freely. COVID was flowing between them. Oh yeah. So, and that she gave to her daughter. Kellyanne Conway gave to her daughter, and probably to Barr. Oh yeah. She didn't have it. So so he's also very healthy, Barr. Hmm. So what's happening to him? Barr? I love him. My favorite person in the government is Barr. Look at the first card, his snake. That's him, my snake. So, oh no, no, you know what? Because the snake can mean, it could be good for health problems. So let's leave it there. Let's get the man card here. So anyway, so let's find out about Barr. Okay, what's gonna happen to him? Because I see. Okay, so tell me what's happening with Barr. Yeah, he's sick. He's sick, and he's another person who's also sick. He has digestive problems already. Okay, so I see he's sick and he's sweating, but I think he was also already sick, guys. He was. So what? Okay, tell me about Barr. What's happening with him? He's sick and he's in bed. He's gonna be in bed. happens? Okay, so is he sick? What's gonna happen to him? He's not. He's working from. I work from home. I work from home. From home. Guys, remember how I said before that I didn't think that he would make it? Remember, I remember this. Like I thought he could die. Oh, I have a question. Also, another question. I want to have a talk about this. And then I saw something. Okay, this is something about Pompeo. Pompeo, he was like, "Oh, we're ready for whatever changes are coming." He said it today, and it was like, "Oh," because he's one of the people that is online. He's in line for the. He's way out. He's after Nancy, but he's not far from. Okay, I wonder if he's thinking, "I'm gonna be president. I'm gonna be president." But let's see now. Let me focus. Tell me about Bar. What's going on, Bar? Just quickly, okay. Just quickly. I don't see him. Okay, okay. I said okay, but he was not help. Oh no, what happened? Oh no. First card is well, it's the past, technically. Technically. Huh? Technically. Oh no, I'm not celebrating anything, no, of course not. I wish him I'm not, guys, can I tell you sometimes as I get angry. And I have to remember that God, there it's not my job, it's really sometimes like as I have problems. Okay, I have problems with like I get angry. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so here he is. Okay, so interesting information. Interesting. Uh-oh. Problems for him. Why? It's so great. I like him so much. So much. Oh, the ring. Interesting. Yeah. So this is a good, interesting. This will be like a good, I think, okay. Deal unclear about the Biden, this would be a good person. This is interesting, guys. Okay, this is something to think about also. Barr, I always believe that he was very involved in the voter suppression thing to challenge the election. I think here the death of Barr, the ending of Barr is unclear. Or to him, how I believe, guys, he was going to challenge the election, right? And now he had a plan and he was already executing on this plan. So now it's not so clear to him, okay? It's not so clear to him. I think he had it all planned, okay? So let's see here. No beginning. Okay, answer. Yeah, he's fighting. So I think he's gonna. He's gonna be those guys. He's gonna be one of the last to leave. He's gonna fight. He's gonna say, "No, it's not legitimate. It's not this." But he's really evil. He's just so evil. Okay. But let's see here the ending now. The coffin situation here. So tell me, is it? I don't know, guys. Honestly, I don't know that he's that. I think he is sick, but I don't know how. I just think that he had, guys, how I said let's pray, the whole thing with the lights and everything. I think this reminds me of that. I think it worked. Honestly, I think in some ways it works. Because my sense is that he had a clear plan. He was going to challenge the election. He was going to steal. He was going to say that it was not. Oh, it's not true. It's a fake. They had a ballot. Everything was like he was like clear about what he was going to do. So now we see that there's lack of clarity. In other words, when you see like the lack of clarity, it also has to do with like losing the power of like losing momentum and losing the thread. Okay, so it weakens him pretty dramatically. I feel like this whole situation. Okay, so so I don't think he's able to do the thing that he had because it's already a shady thing that he wanted to do. Okay, so now let's talk about Pompeo quickly. What's up with Pompeo? Wow. Okay, guys. Okay, I don't want to be creepy or anything, but you know how I saw him like passing away, right? Can I tell you? I see. Okay, this is almost like too. I want to pray for him. I hope that he gets well. I really don't, guys. Sometimes it creeps me out, the things I see. So I see. It's so crazy. It's like he's in the morgue. Oh, Pompey, what you doing here? I thought you're in the government. Wait, you dead? What are you talking about? like I said, I don't mean to, but I see him, guys, in the morgue with the cotton. Sometimes they put cotton in here. They have the cotton, like there's cotton in the thing. He's like in the morgue. Here they're preparing him for coffin. I'm sorry to say this, because it's not even like, it doesn't even tell me. I feel like that's kind of like what I see about him. Okay. Mm. I don't, I guess. Okay, so I don't even. This is consistent. Wait, oh, there's right here. This is consistent with what I had seen before about him. Okay, okay. Now, okay, so yeah, no, no. Okay, now guys, now let's talk. Okay, quickly. I know this is a big subject. Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, let me explain the situation I saw. Let's talk about Amy. Now, this is the last subject of the day. Okay, but this is big. So I was talking to somebody who's on Patreon to call me and stuff. So Audrey, we'll talk to Audrey about it. I'm sure it's okay that I talk about it. Okay, but really, no, we were just talking about Amy and the situation with Amy. So I was talking to her and I did a little vision. And the same question, about is the confirmation going to happen? And I saw, this is interesting. Okay, I saw something like that. There was a word. I really saw the word work group, and it was like so. Then I started seeing Marsha Blackburn, and I wonder if is she in the Judiciary Committee? Because and then I looked it up. Yes, she is. So in other words, the people, because the people that got sick, they were in the Judiciary Committee, and the Judiciary Committee is the one involved in getting Amy Barrett confirmed. So I feel like they were sitting in an area that had this small table, like kind of like the one I'm sitting, like a round little table. And so they were talking like this, except that they have COVID. Okay. So everybody in that group got sick, including Marsha Blackburn. Okay. We don't know all of them yet, but I see that they're gonna get sick. And then I see Mitch McConnell like, damn it, like we can't go through with this. So okay, I do not see her being confirmed. And it was because there's going to be more people that are sick that we're going to find out about. But let me just confirm here. Let's see. Is she going? Let's see what situation is. Okay, so Mitch McConnell's going to be the man. He's the man. Oh yeah, you're the man. You're the man, Mitch. You're the man. Huh? The tower for Norman, which is a government building. Yeah, the government building is going to be the Senate. Okay. The woman's going to be Amy. Let's see, Bar should have got, but is Bar, guys? I don't know Bar, but let's just focus on this, okay? It's gonna be Amy. The woman's Amy. The dog. I don't know if is there more? Like I almost don't want. I want to really like focus on just the people that are directly involved with this confirmation. So yeah, that's right, guys. But there's people who are. It's Tom Tills and Ron Johnson, and there's more. Isn't there more? There was somebody else. I think it was 3 people, but they have to quarantine. Oh, Mike Lee. Mike Lee is the other guy. Okay, Mike Lee. So now, so let's see. Let's see here. Oh, I don't know who the dog is gonna be. The dog is gonna be Justice. Is gonna be Justice Roberts. Okay, Justice Roberts. The woman is Amy. The tower is the Senate, because it's a government building or an institution. And then Mitch McConnell is going to be the man. Okay, so let's see. Well, how is it looking? How is it looking? Huh? How is it looking? Looking good for now? Huh? No. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so my tray, is it okay? I use the tray. I don't know. I think it's okay, right? Because just like I said, I'm not going to look at the whole thing. It's just because I need to know how it's going. Huh? How it's going. Okay. Yeah, well, okay, I'm just thinking the Senate is going to be, let's say, okay, do I have the center, guys, should I do the Senate? But it's going to be complicated to do the center as a group. Let's just leave the Senate for them. The building is going to be the Senate, okay? And then, because I do think it's important to see the role of Justice Roberts, okay? So I'm going to, since I don't have that many cards that I can use for people, let's look at that, okay? So let's see Amy, what's happening? Is she going to get confirmations? Confirmation? Amy? Oh. Okay, so. Oh. Okay. See, garden. Do you guys know how you said like garden? It was a, yeah, garden again. Huh? How you come into the garden? Come to the garden. Garden massacre. Amy massacre. It was garden. Yeah. Come to the garden. Come to the garden. Garden party? Yeah. Okay. So now, you know, guys, it's interesting because this card, it means stars getting what you want, but also spread. Something spread. Spreading, dispersion everywhere. Okay. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. Problems for me. No problems for him. Very sad. No blocking. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Interesting information. Interesting information. He's in pain. The house of pain. No, he's in pain. Mitch is in pain. Really? What happened? Oh, oh, oh. 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 Coffin. Interesting. You know, the coffin is in the house of stability. You want to? The girl's gonna stay long? No, she's going. She's going. Oh yeah, she's going. So, oh yeah. Okay. So, okay. Okay. So, okay. Now, where do I start? So, okay. So then we have garden election spread. Oh, spreading. So the beginning, right? So the garden, the choices or multiple spreads. Like in other words, super spreader. That's right. The garden for her, the party was a super spreader. So guys, it's almost like the heavens. I believe it. I believe it. Okay. I believe it. Okay. So so we know what it is, guys. I think honestly, the party is the super spreader. That's what it is. Because here we have the garden, right? The party. It's the message. What is coming? What is the main thing? And this is election, but it also this card also means multiple of something. So the multiple leads to multiple what? Spreading, dispersions. So multiple super spreader. The garden super spreader finished Amy's party. The garden super spreader made everybody sick. Okay, so now look at how interesting. So this is the first. The first is in the messenger house, like in the news. And then we have what's opportunity? Opportunity for multiple super spreaders. Yeah. Now, what is interesting is the next card that comes is the card of the health. What is spreading? Spreading something health. And what? So this is the card of health. What house is it on? Is it in the house 4? And the house 4 is the house of the White House. So the event in the garden created multiple spreading events of something connected to health at the White House. Find interesting, no? Interesting. And then we have on the house of this is the number 5, which is the health, right? The house of health. What do we have? Recognition. So everybody recognizes that the event was super spreader. Yeah, mess with Bruce. Keep messing with Bruce. Keep messing with Bruce, girl. It's worked out, huh? Yeah, you were laughing. You were disrespecting her death wishes. Dying wishes, let's just call it. Yeah. That's what happens. You have party in the garden. You spread bullshit. Okay, sorry. Okay, now let's go here. Continue. Okay, so I'm not happy. No. Okay. Now you know what's interesting. Okay, now we have that card. Okay, now let's talk more. So okay, so then I enjoy it. No, enjoy it a little. So guys, by the way, there was an article in the New York Times saying that they want to trace the person. They refuse to do the tracing. They don't want to say who it is. But you know what, guys, let's not focus on things that are not super important. I don't think it's necessary at this point. Who spread it's not right. It doesn't necessarily matter. Let me focus on this. I think I said before, multiple. Even here it says multiple. I think multiple people could have spread it. Okay. I think it could have been. I believe even could be like Ivanka, Jared, and so forth. Okay. Okay. Now let's talk about what's interesting also. Let's talk about the third line. Okay, let's talk about, because this is the Senate. Okay, interesting. I said before, the tower here is a building, government building or institution. I said before, this is going to be the Senate. Okay. So what do we have for the future? Okay, we have the heart of the woman in the White House. The values of the woman are connected to the White House. So this is now, okay. Now, what's interesting is that this is 1920. So it's in the garden, okay? The government is, it's in the house of the garden. And what is the garden? The garden is the whole event of super spreading, okay? But here we have, let me just talk about the horizontal line, which is also a way to look at what's happening, okay? So here we have the government, then comes her, the Senate, okay? Then we have the news about what? Here's Mitch McConnell, okay? So this is the progression. So we have the Senate, connected to this woman is news, becomes news. So the confirmation is the news. Then you start doing like this, then you move to the next card, and it's like the woman, news affects Mitch McConnell. Then what do we have immediately after Mitch McConnell? This is blockage or delay, long-term problems. Then what do we have right after this? We have snake, which is also problems. So in other words, the delay becomes bigger. There's a delay and the delay becomes bigger, okay? So, okay, so I feel like there's more that I want to talk about here, okay? Okay, so then we see now what is it? Okay, so then what is, and then the line of her future theoretically, okay, we have, because it's like the column, if you we quote unquote box her, we have the letter becomes news and the news of what? Disagreements, okay? So it's not good for her directly, okay? So we have, so in other words, what would that suggest? I told you before, it could be the 25th Amendment thing. Okay, some sort of information comes out and it blocks. It's not just blocks, but it disagrees with what, it's a problem. It's painful for her. Okay, so, and then we have, what do we see about Mitch McConnell in this whole event? Okay, we see here that there he is. On top of it, we have the happiness, or has the bouquet. In other words, he's the guy who, I'm here to give you the prize. Here, I give you a ring. I give you a ring here. That'll give a ring. But then what is in his future? We have this is the permanence, right? So this would be like here. So I'm just gonna see here. This would be like this, okay, the permanence. But on top of the permanence, we have blockage. Blocking the permanence, something new happens, okay? So in other words, everything was all set for him to give her everything, honestly, technically, everything is in place, right? I thought that the normal thing is that why would she not get it? There's no reason why she would not get it, okay? You know what I mean? There's no reason, okay? So then, and then what do we have on the house of permanence? Which, because what is the main goal for her? It's permanence, right? Getting the job in the Senate, like through the Senate, getting a permanent job. So okay. So I don't think, and now what do we have also? This is interesting also because in the anchor position, we have the coffin. So the coffin is positioned to disrupt the permanence of something. And then, okay, so this is not another, I would think this is also something not so good for her, okay? And what is in the house of the coffin, the house of endings? This is Justice Roberts. Interesting, right? So he's involved in this ending. I'm involved, yeah. Yeah. Because you know what? It's also, guys, you could even suggest that the coffin here, who has passed RBG? I got confused. So he's like, oh, No, because you could even think that the letter could also be the note by RBG. Okay, it's like ho no, ho no, ho no, ho no, ho no. Even though he came to the event, you see that he came to the event. I hope he doesn't die. No, I don't think he does. But okay, okay. So yeah. So then here on the few. Okay, so the future for yeah. There's so the other corner we have this ship. So if we want to look at like we want to look at the corners. So what do we have in the corners? We have the garden and the pain or hardship or some sort. Okay, the garden brought many bad things. Opportunity, and what is this? The ship goes away. Opportunity to leave. See you later. Opportunity. Hi, I'm leaving. See you later. The opportunity came and went. Bye. Have a nice one, girl. Have a nice one. Have a nice one. See you later. Okay. So that's why I don't think it happens. Okay. I don't think it happens. And so okay. Sorry. Okay. Now, okay, so then what else here? Um, so this is it, guys. I think as far as I see here, okay, I would think that it's not so good, okay. That in some ways the Senate is set, it's really truly set to approve her, but something happens. So let's see what, okay, let's see what is it, the scythe, where's the scythe in the coffin? The scythe, where's the scythe? Let's see here again, where are you? Sorry, find it. Okay. So the scythe, oh, interesting. The scythe is on the house of the letter. So you see the cutting. What is the cutting? The letter is the thing that cuts. And what does it cut? Okay, so there's the birds. The birds could also, guys, it could also be, if you think of the coronavirus, it could be, flies and everything like that. I don't put it past, okay. So the health information, okay, so yeah, because if you think about, guys, what is in the card of the ship? The ship is here moving. What is going away? Dispersion. So what makes the thing leave, the opportunity leave, is that the spread of the disease. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, so okay, sorry, am I going? It's too many things. Okay, so okay. Oh, all right. So I move. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so wow. So that's what I think. Okay, so let me tell me what makes her lose. What makes Amy not have the confirmation? Guys, I also see this makes sense too. Okay, if it's true that I see the government transition, some sort of transition of power. If indeed Trump gets sick enough that there has to be some sort of transition of power, it's going to happen before the date, because the Congress, Senate is going to be out until when? Is it the 18th? There's something like right, something like the 16th or something like that, right? I think it is, or 19th or say 18th, something like that. Something like that. So it's by the time this happens, she's not even going to be okay. She's not going to, like, this stuff is too big. This is too big, and it all started with her party. Yeah, we had a garden gathering. The guys. You know what? I feel like they were flaunting. They're like, "Oh, Jesus was with me. I'm with Jesus. I don't get sick. I'm with Jesus. Yeah, I'm with Jesus. Yeah, I don't get sick. Do you get sick? God picked me. Yeah, he picked me. Maybe you got sick. It's a problem. Yeah. Okay, so okay, so you know what I mean? How they are like that. They're like, oh, if something bad happens to you, it's your fault. And something good happens to me, I deserve it. I don't know. It's just like, it's so creepy. Okay. But I just think that it's a bad luck. But truly, her event, guys, event was like it shows here. The event is a super spreader. It really was. And if it wasn't for her event, you're gonna have party to celebrate. Yeah, you're gonna have party, huh? Yeah, you sure? Because think about it, guys. If they didn't, it's like, what the hell were they thinking having a party? I mean, I guess she had to come for confirmation, but they're like, maybe if they hadn't gathered there, maybe they wouldn't have it. I still think that the senators, who were sick, they would, but I just think that it's a combination of all of it. Oh, who I see was also sick is the Pat Cipollone. So, and a lot of guys, men, especially those types of men, they don't do very well with this disease, okay? So they could get, even if they recover, they would get very sick from this, okay? So, wow. So, okay, so God, okay, God, okay, God, let's see. So spirits, do you have a messages for people? Because it's going to be tough, it's going to be intense. Okay, so what message do you have for us? Lay low, don't listen. They're saying that it's kind of like the television is turning this into some sort of like drama about Trump. It's all illusion. They're putting, it's saying, have you noticed how they don't talk about details about his health? Because the details are hard. You know how Trump is. If he was good, he would be like, look, my lungs, we would be showing, they'd be like, oh, here's my lungs, they're so great, they look like this. They don't have it. Okay. They don't have the numbers. They don't have anything concrete to say that he's doing well, because he's not. And that's why they're like, oh, look, let's do a parade. Oh, there he is traveling. Oh, oh, oh yeah, there he is. Caravan. Oh, oh yeah, going that way, that way. Meanwhile, things get, guys. I just think this is a momentary distraction. Okay, I think and it's gonna get very bad. I don't wish, like I said, I really don't. Especially because I think we're all in agreement here, guys. We want justice. I think they have to all be alive, hopefully, to see it. To be alive to see it. Okay. So, but it's saying that the television is gonna, guys. There's so much disinformation. Think about it. Like, don't you think if you were in good health, why would they hide it? The guy is like dying before our eyes. I'm sorry to say this. God. I just, how it's weird to me that the family doesn't care. They're like, they don't. I don't know. There's that. Grand illusion, exactly. So, but it's saying they are sick too. It could even be, guys. Okay, so, so it was very nice talking to you guys. But I think we're gonna see. We'll see. It's gonna be very dramatic. Okay, if there's things happening, of course there's things happening. But if something huge, I don't know what else could be huge, bigger than this. But it could be the transition of power. I don't know. But I think Wednesday is gonna be dark. Thursday is gonna maybe. It's gonna be more and more intense, guys. Okay, but hold on. Hold on. Dun, dun. Okay. So interesting today. No, interesting. Wow. Okay. So this is good. Answered a lot of questions. I think health questions, different questions. Okay. Yeah. Buckle up. That's true. That's what it is. Just keep your routines. Do your exercise. Do your whatever it is, because this is gonna be. They're used, guys. You know what it is? It's so sad. They use us. I think they use our eyeballs to like, oh, look at here, look there, and it's like, what the hell are we even watching? Okay, this is the thing. Okay, okay, all right, guys. So have a good evening. Okay, so I talk.